Hi guys, my name is Rainby and on this channel I play in indie horror, absurd and LGBT themed games. So if you're into this and my international fun girl weirdness, you might consider subscribing. And today we continue playing Doki Doki Soft Boys, game about purchasing your ideal boyfriends from TV. Okay, and boys coming into our real life from sketches on some pillows. Okay. So we played 2 routes already with Sam and with Cat Guy, and now we have the option of that weird man. We kind of woke up to some humming and he was at the window, but then he disappeared. And we dreamed about death. So it would be interesting. One last look around and you make your way into the kitchen. The coffee should wake you up properly. You hate coffee but you buy it regularly so your mother can indulge. The recipe you use is 2/5 coffee and 3/5 milk and at least 3 teaspoons of sugar. It tastes more like a milkshake at that point. What the fuck? It sounded like it came from the hallway. Well, this is getting interesting. You grab a knife and, screaming internally, go investigate. You walk slowly, as mom always told you not to run with scissors. Meat knives are a bit more dangerous than scissors, but at the same time, burglars are even more dangerous. It's an experience full of adrenaline, but you find nothing. And the doors are firmly shut. Still clutching the knife, you go back to the kitchen. On the counter next to your coffee, you find a paper scrap. Looks like a printer paper. Feeling left out. Feeling like no one understands. Feeling like no one can hear me when I'm screaming to be heard. Destructive behavior I have. Okay, and that's, people, what classic musics do to you. As you read the poem, your eyes turn wet. It's the most beautiful thing you have ever read. Well, not exactly. You were never a connoisseur of literature, an occasional fan art here and there, but you never appreciated poetry. This beautiful piece of work opened your eyes. A single tear rolls down your cheek. You sob quietly, still clutching knife in one of your hands. You leave the knife on the counter and follow the sound. In the living room on the couch you find another 2 pages. I had a dream. I was lost. No one tried to find me. No one cared, no one listened, understood. Wishing I could change, wishing I could make it better. Wishing for another chance, wishing for someone who will love and save me from myself. Aww. This time the sounds seems to be coming from your room. On the room near the closed door, there is another page. Now I have this pain in my heart, making sure no one sees my hurt, pretending to be someone I'm not. Oh, this is interesting. You take a deep breath and push at the door. The room is quiet and still. The only thing out of ordinary is a cleanly made bed and a paper sheet laying on the top of it. He even cleaned our bed sheets. Oh, this is so lovely. You close the distance between you and the note and reach for it reluctantly. My fears: people laugh, people tease, people misjudge, people misunderstand me. Behind my back they laugh, tease, hurt, so I can see them. It hurts. What do you think? You spin on your heel at the sound of the voice. Before you stands the figure you saw before. Is he like a vampire? He's observing you carefully. His eyes smart but full of sadness. Melancholic. What? Is it good? You look at the notes in your hand and finally understand. It's incredible. I've never identified with a piece of poetry like that. It was so full of emotion. Was it really? He looks at you hopeful, but obviously scared of that hope. Vulnerable. Yes, and I think I would love to read more of it. He's quiet for a long time. Your heart is beating fast, eager to hear his answer. Suddenly he smiles. Ever since I died, I've been wanting to hear those words. I've been mocked my whole life. Us alive, as the pointless thing that it was. He made suicide or what? So many rules, so many boundaries. No one listened when I pointed out that our life is just a computer simulation anyway. Even my own parents, so educated yet so brainwashed. My only escape was my art. No one appreciated it, of course. But I knew that true art is never appreciated, while the artist is alive. That's sad, because that's true. You know, kind of. Like, a lot of people in my life were really against what I did, and that's why I ripped apart dozens, hundreds of poems and stories of my own. And that's so sad. Except even after the accident, people were blind to the genius of my poetry. Called me untalented and edgelord, ebony darkness, demented raven way motherfucker. Meeting someone on my level, it feels free. Thank you for that. No problem. Suddenly the room is filled with light. You see him being lifted off his feet, his face calm, fulfilled. I have finally felt peace. Wait! Don't leave me here all alone! Life on Earth is pointless and no one understands me. Your eyes are almost filled with tears. What? Would we commit suicide? At that he offers you his hands, and you grasp it firmly, not planning on ever letting go. The light envelops you and you die. But death is a sweet release from this wretched rat race called life. Intellectual introvert ants. Oh wow! It just got too dark. Gosh. Okay. Okay then. Anyway. Call. What about pop? I'll just need a cute girl to tell me that I'm unstoppable and hot. You end up jumping and dancing all over your bed. It's awful, but it's great. Music can't really fix your life, but it sure is cool. When you were younger, you used to listen to music non-stop, even while sleeping. That may have been some type of teenage rebellion. Decide on your outfit for the next day. Maybe for once you won't have to run to school with a toast in your mouth because you couldn't find that one shirt. The worst thing is when that one shirt has been laying in a dirty laundry pile for too long and it now smells. And perfume doesn't really mask the smell either, but you like to think of the smell that results from that as complex. So how do you want to dress tomorrow? Something classy, something black, something brave. I like black. Black is one of my favorite colors. Maybe something brave. Something black? You dive into your closet and end up fishing out a pair of black jeans and a V-neck. Looks good to everyone and is a great commentary on your love life. If you had more shame, you would be embarrassed about being this emo. I'm not an emo, so shut up. But you don't. Your phone gets interrupted when you hear a beep of a message. Okay. No way. You dream of roses. Kisses laid on your lips lovingly. You feel like a princess. Oh, I'm a princess. Well, actually, I like Sam ending and our suicide ending, death ending, because he was nice and it was interesting. When you wake up, you can still smell the roses. The smell is vivid and almost real. You breathe in it, your eyes still closed, not wanting to lose the moment. It's a fascinating experience until you roll over and something pricks your skin. Oh, the sight before it leaves your mouth agape. I'm sexy and I know it. Draw me like one of your French girls. A beautiful young man laying on the sheets right to you, next to you. His eyes warm and inviting. Fresh roses all over the bed. One currently between your ribcage and the sheets. Painful. Good morning, my love. You look so sweet, still so sleep-ridden. Thanks. Who are you? Oh, who am I not? The young man dramatically stands up and looks out of the window. I'm a prince of the great Tezuran kingdom, a coward before that. You see, I was meant to marry a young princess of great beauty, but her heart was cold and unfeeling. I did not love her, and as a coward, do I ignore my duty and run from loveless marriage? I have come here to search for someone to love. Have you tried Tinder? It is you who I came here for. What? Okay. A great beast bursts through the window. It has 3 heads. Who would pay for repairing of our window, wall, whatever? And all ugly. Shrieking, it starts attacking the prince. A magical rapier materializes in his hand. It is of golden color with beautiful rose ornament and the handle. You grasp at him, plunge the sword forwards, but the creature knocks the rapier out of his hand and one of its heads punches him straight in the nuts. Oh. The prince is laying on the floor silent. Only his shoulders seem to be moving. Kind of a sobbing movement. Now that the prince is out of the game, the beast is attacking you. Take the sword and fight. Ask it nicely what's wrong. Oh, excuse me? Could I get your attention? The middle head simply roars at you. Whoa, okay, Susan. Maybe we should just listen out a little human. Fuck you, Deborah! You're always holding me back! Guys, we shouldn't be fighting each other. We have a shared enemy. Fuck you, Patrick! I know you think you are the only sensible here, but it just ain't true. The creature starts arguing with itself and you start feeling really awkward. It's like getting invited to a dinner at your friend's house, but in the middle their parents start arguing and your friend is crying. Eventually the monster storms out, leaving a huge hole in the wall. The air is chilly. Oh my dear, you have outwitted the beast and passed my test. My respect for you is overgrowing. His eye still looks red and puffy. My prince, yes? You said that you came here for me. That I did. What does it mean? How do you know of me? Well, you see, a witch has directed me to you, my true and only love. You gasp. I have paid a great price, but it is worth it. You gasp again. What's the price, my prince? And then the prince sags slightly and looks away. I have come to thirst for human blood. But you don't look like a vampire. The previous one looked exactly like a vampire. You, not so. Nah, sorry, kiddo. You can help but gasp at the confession. But it's not strong, and it may be of help that the process of feeding is greatly pleasurable for the victim. Oh, I've heard about it. All those fan fiction. Stop it, please, and manga. Stop it already. Great deal. Great deal. You take his hand and he looks at you surprised. My prince, if it's my blood you crave, I'll be willing to part with 450 milliliters of blood a month. He looks at you, mouth agape. Well, it's too little, but okay. Official blood donations usually require at least a 2-month break between donations, but this is love we're talking about here. He looks deeply moved by your promise and reaches out to touch your hair. You can't help but blush creeping up on your face as he plays with your bands. It is decided then. He reaches for his pocket and pulls out a single whistle. It's golden with large ornaments. When he plays it at his lips, you think only about how soft they look. You blush, a crimson red tinsel with fuchsia. He whistles the whistle and a magnificent stallion runs into the room. Its eyes smart and knowing. As you marvel at the creature, the prince toddles up. He smiles at you and reaches out to help you out. Hold on to my love, you're safe here with me. Blush creeps up on your cheeks and you put your hands on his waist. You can almost hear your own heart drumming happily. You gallop into the morning sun. Through a hole the monster left. You live in luxury, although a bit tired from your body being used. It sounds so double meanings, yeah? Is that what having a sugar daddy is like? Bloody rose and... I think that's all the ending. You know, I don't even know what I feel about this game. It's actually kind of nice, but I still think that they kind of tricked me into that all LGBT theme. She really looks like a girl, right? Like, how is it LGBT? Like, how? Let's pretend that it's a boy, but he looks kind of feminine enough with all those lashes, cute lashes, and the hairstyle bit, I guess. What I want to say about this about this game, I liked it 50-50. Like, I love this weird guy scrimbled on the pillow. I like the dad ghostly guy. He was so full of emotions and so poetic and so kind of creepy, maybe, you know, atmospheric and dark, and oh, it was so nice. The prince ending and the cat guy were like, meh. The cat guy was like, oh, let's just, you know, mess around. Relationships based on lust and body needs, something like that. The prince was like, ugh, too sugary, annoying, full of himself. And Sam ending was also kind of nice. So I liked it 50-50. I liked two routes, the other two were not so really good. I still like this game, so I would love to see the end result of it and what two new routes would be like and two new characters. I would definitely like to see it, and that was it. Doki Doki Soft Boys, I hope you enjoyed it. You can, as always, check it by yourself, guys, and see maybe there were some other options and what we would get if we want. Call the phone number, maybe you would like to follow and see also by yourself what's the other two routes gonna be like. So that was Doki Doki Soft Boys once again. Bye, and I'll see you guys, I guess, soon. Bye!